Hello everyone, this is Jennifer with Jen's Crafty Things, and I just wanted to reach out to you today and say hi. How are you and how have you been? How was your Christmas? It's getting close to New Year's, so hope everyone had a wonderful holiday, spending it with family and friends and just celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. I just wanted to jump on. I know that in my last video I had said that I was going to do a whip video, and I did go ahead and pull out all my whips, and instead of having them like fill up my office here, I did just take pictures of them, and I wrote down the names of the projects and what I used, and then I'll insert the pictures as we go. So the one thing I did want to point out is that I am working on currently two projects. One of them is a project, for my mother-in-law, and it is a beautiful, if I can get it over here without pulling out my stitches, it is called Twilight Shells. It's going to be a lapgan, and she loves blue, so I used a variegated, I love this yarn. Oops, I left the tag in the other room, but it is the I love this yarn prints, I think, and it's called Sea Muse. So that is a beautiful, and then I'm using the white of I love this yarn, and I am using a 5.0 hook. And that's actually been ongoing for quite a while. It keeps getting put away because of all the other projects that I have to do for the business, like the scrubbies and the dishcloths and, the custom orders that I've had. And, so it does, it's been on my hook for quite a while. So hoping to get that done at least by, hold on. Sorry, hopefully by the end of February or before the end of February. I'm not sure, how life is going to go and what's going to go on with that. Let me just mute my phone here really quick. There we go. Yeah, I don't want to give myself a short time frame just because I don't want to feel pressured. Because there are some other things for the business that I have to make as well. I sold out of all my scrubbies the last event that we had. So I definitely have to make more of those. I wanted to make a couple of like spring shawls. Hold on one second. So sorry about that. I'm back. It was my husband calling, so I thought it might have been, important. So I do apologize for the break in the video. And, yeah, I don't remember where I was. So, I was talking about the fact that I didn't want to set myself a short time to complete my mother-in-law's lapgan. So I'd rather give myself till middle or end of February. That way I don't feel so rushed, and because again, I have to do all these things for the business as well. Hopefully we're going to start doing some more craft shows, probably the end of March, beginning of April, depending on the weather. We are hoping to do at least maybe 1 or 2 a month. We're unsure exactly, but we're going to, see about it, see if the funds are available. And, I'm hoping to get a job where I can get the Saturdays off, but who knows? The one job that I had applied for, which was a property manager, and looks like that fell through. They had picked someone else. So on to the next. So there is another whip that I'm currently actively working on. Let me get that. This is actually a really, really, really pretty baby blanket that I started working on. And again, it's just been kind of one that I take with me when I go out and run errands or, excuse me, I'm still getting over the residual effects of having COVID. So I am sorry. So anyways, this is the one that, I pretty much work on when I'm at doctor's appointments or out running errands or having to wait for something. So this one is actually one that I got from Mikey at the Crochet Crowd. Let me get that piece of paper here. I know I threw it in here. Where is it? Oh, that's not it. Let me just pull up the bag. It's in one of these little pockets. Where did it go? Oh. Come on, I know you're in here. Okay, did I put you into the front? I did. Okay. So this one is called Baby Seashells, and it's by Mikey at the Crochet Crowd. I'm using a pink, a white, and a multi. Now, I don't have the tag for the multi because that was just something that I got at like Goodwill or a thrift store. But as you can see, it's a very, 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 very beautiful colorway. It's very light. Okay, there's some pinks and greens. Well, it's kind of like a sea green. Why did I put pink, white, and multi? Oh, I didn't add the mint. That's why I didn't write the mint on there. Okay, I decided at one point to take out the white and add the mint instead. That's what it was. So let me go ahead and correct this before I forget. So no white, and it's mint. Okay, and I used a 5.5. Now the pink that I am using, again, it came from like Goodwill or a thrift store, so there's no label. So I do apologize for that. Now the mint actually does have a label. That one is actually Premier Yarns worsted weight, and it is actually in the color aqua. Sorry, not mint, aqua. So I got this at the Dollar Tree, and I've just, been alternating my colors. I don't know why I have that in there. So, okay. Well, what you find in the bottom of a bag. Cool. So, yeah, basically, like I said, those are the ones that I've been kind of actively working on. And like I said, for that one, I pretty much do that one when I am at doctor's appointments, on the road, waiting for, if I have to wait for my husband from one of his errands, and, he like ran into the store and I'm sitting in the car, whatever. Let me change this. It's actually aqua. And like I said, it's a 5.5, and you can actually find it at the Crochet Crowd. Mikey created it. And I love the pattern. I mean, it's really easy. In the beginning, it's kind of, you have to really pay attention. But then once you get the stitch down, you just fly through it. I mean, I flew through, the pink and then the multi in like pretty much one sitting. And then there is one whip that I did actually complete. I'll show you pictures of what it looks like, but I'll also grab it. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this one, I don't know why I ever put it away, because it was pretty much done. All I had to do was finish the row of variegated and then do my 6 rows of white and then put a border on. So that is this one. It's just basically a granny square. And then with it being like a universal, like a multi, so go for boy or girl, I did put just a little bit of a ruffle so that it's not too girly, but it's not not manly, so just a little ruffle. I did, this is the yarn I got from AC Moore before they closed. I was there like 2 days or so before they actually physically closed their doors. And it's the Stitch Studio by Nicole. I do not have the band. It's in the living room, but and then I'm using white. I believe I just used, I think it was I Love This Yarn in white. But yeah, like I said, it's just a simple variegated or simple granny square. Sorry about that. So I did get this finished. So this will be tagged and entered into my inventory. But I just wanted to, show you that. And then, like I said, I'm going to, flash some pictures on here when I tell you about the ones that I did inventory in regards to the ones that are not completely done yet. I'm looking up here for the binder. I don't remember what binder I put it in. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry about that. So I did go ahead and find it, and I'm scooching over just a little bit because I'm going to put the pictures over here as I'm talking about them. So the first one is the V-Stitch Granny Squares. Basically, it's the V-Stitch, and I'm putting them into squares, and I'm going to, build up on it. It is with the, it's a dark blue, more like either a really dark blue or a navy. I don't know the brand, didn't have a ball band. It's a 4-weight though, that I can tell you. And I used a hook of 5.5, and I started that, excuse me, back in 2017. So yeah, been a while. Okay, the next one is going to be the, okay, this is actually the information about the baby blanket I just showed you. It was the, it's just a classic granny square blanket, and the Stitch Studio by Nicole was Mauve Mix, and then the I Love This Yarn White, I used a 5.5, and I did start that in 2020. That's now completed. I'm writing that I finished it in 2022. Okay, the next one is a loom scarf. Now, this one I did the, it's color match, but it's spelled with a K. Sorry. Like I said, I'm still getting over this. I got a little bit of a mucus phlegm thing going on. This is done by Color Match, spelled with a K. It's in color. It's Midnight Blue. And then I used a variegated yarn that has that blue in it. I don't have the name though, because the ball band wasn't with it. And then this one I started in 2017. The next one is the medium loom hat. Again, it's like a light blue that I chose. And that one I started in 2018. I don't have very much information. It's just the light blue, and it's on a medium loom. And it's going to be a hat. So hopefully I'll get that finished as well. And then this next one, this one has been put into timeout on and off, on and off, on and off. It's not that it's difficult, but it gets boring. It's the hexagon squares. I'm using 3 different colors. I'm using Caron Simply Soft White. I'm using an unknown brand in rose. A Caron Perfect Match in slate blue. I'm using a G hook. Don't ask me the numbers. The reason I wrote G-hook is because that's what was on the little 3x5 card, because I usually put the information on one of these and then I stick it in with the bag. I started it way back when, and then I stopped, and now I'm doing it again because I was getting confused on what patterns I was doing because I had so many current whips going on. So this one I started in 2018. Excuse me, let me drink something here. I'm just having some coffee this morning. This one is the LA Waves. That's what I'm calling it. It was... I don't have the exact pattern. Oh no, yeah, I do. Okay, it's called Rustic Ripple Afghan by Lionbrand. It's on the Lionbrand.com website. That's where I got it. It's a free download. I am using the Big Twist Value Yarn Varsity Gold, and then the Big Twist Value Yarn in purple. This was originally a custom order, and I started it. I bought the yarn, and the guy promised he was going to pay. He just had to wait for the next month because he was on Social Security, and so I gave him a benefit of the doubt. And then it was like a week after the first, and he ghosted me. I tried to reach him for 3 weeks and he ghosted me. So yeah, now on, I take deposits. I take a 50% deposit on all projects that I do. With this one, I used the crochet hook 5mm, and this one I started in 2021. So it's been on the hook for about a year. The next one is... Excuse me, sorry. This one is the Pandora's box, but I did it in squares versus the one big one that Mikey did. He has it on the Yarn Inspirations part of it. It's not from the Crochet Crowd, it's by Yarn Inspirations that he worked on. It basically, again, you can see it in the picture here, but it's supposed to just be one continuous granny square with the Pandora box design. I ended up trying to just do little squares. I felt that that might be better, and I was using just scrap yarn. So it is just multicolors all the way through. Each square, I try not to make a duplicate, but it's getting to that point where I might. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to continue with this one. It was initially started as a gift for one of my friend's daughters, and I don't know if I'm going to finish it or I'm going to rip it out. I mean, I'm so far into it. You know, as you can see, I got a ton of squares done and already attached. So yeah, it's like 15 plus colors, and I'm using a 5.5, and I started that in 2018, right before I moved to Indiana in 19. So again, this is the Pandora's box. You can get it at Yarn Inspirations. Yeah, it's fun. It's different. If you use the multi yarn, or if you follow the exact pattern, you know, it's very beautiful. It is, but it's just a lot of work. And then there's one that I started. I started it, and my intentions was to finish it the same month. But again, got distracted with the stuff for the business, and we ended up moving into where we were before. So it just got put away. This is by the Secret Yarnery, Krista. It's called the Sunday Granny Rectangular Shawl. I'm using Mandala Spirit, and you need about 400 grams of yarn for this project. I believe I'm using a 6, but I think she said in her tutorial you can use a 6 or a 6.5, because I wrote both of them down. So I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, this one I started in 2022. Then I have a lot. So this one is by Jada and Stitches. It is the V-Stitch Granny Squares. I'm using 4 different purples and a white. The purples are basically just like what I had in stash. I think they're more of the color match. Some of the older brands before the labels got remade. And then the white, I believe, is either Big Twist white or I love this yarn white. Those are pretty much the only whites that I use, unless I get whites from like a Goodwill or thrift store. And I'm doing it in a 5.5, and I started this in 2021. So, and I already told you about my mother-in-law's blanket. That was the next page. And then this one, OMG, I started this one, completely fell in love with it. I put everything on hold to start working on this. And then, like I said, business took over and took priority. So, yeah, I love it though. I love it. I want to finish it like ASAP. It's a beautiful, beautiful blanket. I don't know if I'm going to sell it or not. It is definitely a difficult. It's more of an intermediate because you kind of have to know some stitches. He does. This is the Crochet Crowd. Mikey created it. And it's called The Study of Ombre Afghan. He did this in the summer. And you need approximately about 2,900 yards. I'm using 8 different colors. I'm using an autumn red, a fuchsia, an Oxford gray, a gray heather, blue, black canyon, plum perfect, and shocking pink. I did not write down the names of the actual brand. But what I'll do is I will put this one in the comment section down below, because again, it is just such a beautiful, beautiful pattern. Mikey outdid himself on this one. It is just drop dead gorgeous. But you can go to the Crochet Crowd and he will have, under tutorials, he will have this. It was a 4-week crochet along, and I'm not sure if he has all of them put together. I know he has the one PDF that you can download, but all the videos are completely separate. And he actually did an update on one of the videos because we had found that there was a misprint in the stitch, or he had read it wrong, or I don't know. I honestly don't know. All I know is that there was an update. So keep an eye out for that. And that's it. That's the end of my book. So, yeah, that's a lot of whips that I have to work on. There were also about 2 or 3 others that I'm just going to rip out, frog it. I wasn't happy with it. I did do a pinup poll in the my crochet group, N.Indiana Crafty Crocheters. And I basically asked, I showed a picture. And then I basically asked, would you frog this or go forward with it, And I really didn't get a response other than my husband saying to go forward with it. But after really, really, really reviewing the color combo, I'm like, I don't like it. The multicolor just like flooded out the rest of the Afghan. So I'm just like, nope, it's done. I'm frogging it. And then there was one that I started back in 2017, I believe. And it was special yarn. This is the first time I actually purchased hand-dyed yarn. It's all the, super merino. And I wanted to do a very special blanket for myself. And I started doing this one stitch. I think it was like the front post stitch. And so I started doing that. And the squares were just not matching up. They weren't the right size, even though I was doing, the same row count, the same row ups. And yeah, it just wasn't working the way that I was hoping. So I'm frogging that all out. I believe I had like 15 squares. So I started the process of frogging that out, and I'm just going to find something different to do with that special yarn that's going to be just for me. Like I said, we're going to be doing some craft shows, but I don't have any pending at this time. Like I said, I'm just, living the life. We pretty much got 95% unpacked and organized. My office is looking really good. I don't have totes in here anymore. Everything's pretty much been unpacked and taken care of. My yarn room is pretty much done. I mean, I still need to do a little bit of organizing because basically I just was throwing everything on the shelves. And so I'm just kind of reorganizing it and readjusting some things and trying to just make it more appealing to my eye, because when I walk in there and I look at my yarn wall, I'm just like really overwhelmed. So I want to make it so that when I walk in there, I am just inspired, so, and that's going to take time. I mean, the last yarn room that I had when we were over in Fort Wayne at our house, beautiful yarnscape, just beautiful. I mean, I had a lot of room. I was, I'm not going to say that this room is small, but it's small. I believe, if I remember correctly, they are like 12 feet wide and 16 feet long. So it's not super big, but it is what it is. And I made it work. We got some shelves in there, as you saw in the pictures in the last one. So it's just, I'm trucking along day by day and figuring out, where I want things and how to organize them. Like I said, I am looking for a job so that we can, start expanding the business and increasing, the amount of craft shows that we do. Again, the job, it all depends on the job because making money and paying the bills, does come first. I don't make a lot with my business. Not a lot of people are wanting handcrafted items at the price that I'm offering. But that's about it. I have been working on some stitch markers. Not a lot. I only really did... I fixed two. One of the clasps broke on one of my stitch markers, so I redid the clasp. And then I fixed hubby's stitch markers for his looms because the rubber band broke off of it. But I made this one. This is a Tigger. So he's really cute. He's heavy. So that's why I put a bigger, I don't know if you could see that. Oop, let's try that. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it. Okay, we'll go like this. Nope. Okay, well, anyways, it's a bigger clasp. It's a much bigger clasp. So it's a little stronger. And then I also did, where is she? Here it is. This one's going to be mine because I love Minnie Mouse. So again, I did a big clasp. And then there's Minnie. I don't know why it's so dark over there. There we go. There's Minnie. And then I just alternated a gray with some purple and pink beads. And then this is the one that I actually fixed. It's a little coffee cup of coffee. And then this little clasp here. There we go. I do have some others. You know, I have Piglet. And then I also have Eeyore. And then I have Mickey, of course. So I'm going to be making those maybe later today. I'm not 100% sure. It all depends on how I feel. Sometimes looking down, I get more stuffy. So I don't know if I'm going to just sit in front of the TV and crochet and watch YouTube, or if I'm going to work on some jewelry. But either way, I'm going to get some work done today. I thank you so much for watching. Thank you for my current subscribers, and welcome to my new subscribers. Please definitely subscribe, hit that bell so that you get notified of all my new videos. Like, and definitely, if you have any questions, comment down below. If you have any ideas for future videos, comment down below. I will leave some more information about some of the patterns in the description box below. And yeah, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, a wonderful week. The weekend is coming up. So hopefully you'll have some great New Year's plans and celebrate the new year. So yeah, I also do want to give a shout out. I have actually been watching, not really new videos, but I don't think I've ever given her a shout out. I've been watching a lot of Stephanie, from Stephanie's Yarn Escape. I will link her down below as well. I've been watching her past videos from last year. I think she's in the new year already of 2021. So again, I'm trying to watch some of her older videos to kind of build up. That way, you know, if she's talking about something in the new videos that happened in the past, I'll kind of know and not be confused. So anyways, yeah, I've been watching her. I've also been watching, obviously, Bag O' Crystal. I've been also watching Cindy from Cindy Hearts Crochet. Who else? I'm having a brain fart. There's one other person that I've been watching, and I cannot think of who it is. Oh, Debbie from the Canadian Crotcheter. I know there's one more. But anyways, I will leave them in the description box below. So if you are interested in watching or following them, you can go ahead and do that. Again, I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great week. Be safe and love what you do. Bye.